That's it, we're coming to the end of this trip. Today is my final full day in New York. If you didn't already know, I flew out here to celebrate 1 million subscribers, hence the balloon, and I've been here for the last week. You can check out part 1 and part 2 of this entire trip in the last videos on this channel. Today's outfit, I'm wearing this slip dress from Dana Foley, which I picked up in the first part of this vlog when I went shopping. And guys, even though I told myself not to shop, I really want to go back to the store, or like I just want to explore more boutiques. I'm going to be back in Soho today just to grab breakfast. So I'm going to see what cute stores I can find, because New York has definitely impressed me in that aspect. I wish the UK had more stores like that. But most importantly, I'm spending majority of the day in Brooklyn, which I have not explored yet. I want to go to the bridge. There's a really cool lunch spot I want to try. And then because it's super hot and super sunny today, I'm also going to go and have a solo date tonight at a New York City rooftop bar and see what that experience is like. And also in this vlog you will see what I get up to tomorrow, where I'll be here all morning and for the afternoon before heading back to the airport and getting back on a first class flight all the way back to the UK. It is 11 AM right now. I'm gonna head out, grab an Uber, go to Soho to try out this famous bagel place for breakfast before I head to Brooklyn. But before we leave the hotel, this video has been brought to you by Squarespace. And if you didn't already know, then get to know, because Squarespace is the online platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. It doesn't matter if you've just gotten the idea for your business. It doesn't matter if you're growing a huge brand that you've been running for years. Squarespace has all of the tools you need to succeed online. You can create a beautiful website, engage your audience, and sell literally anything from content to products all in one place and on your own terms. And I personally love this, especially as a social media creator. And if you guys are running your own social media side hustle, then you know it can be a struggle to make sure that your finances are in order and you have a consistent income stream. If you do self-development content like me, then you can literally sell your services on Squarespace. They have multiple blog posts showing you how to use every single one of their features, so you have no excuses. They even have a useful calendar tool that you can put into your website to be able to set up appointments with your audience that you have grown on social media, so then you are also making extra money on the side. So if you are finally ready to take charge of your business and your dream reality, then you can sign up to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, come back to this video and click the link below in the description, squarespace.com/tamkaur vlogs, for 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Waited for a good like almost 30 minutes, but the bagel is secured, and you know it's gonna be good when there's a massive line outside. So let's give it a try.
It's pretty good. The first
So bomb. I will say I think Liberty Bagels is better, just in the sense that they have a set menu. At Leon's Bagels you have to choose like what bread, what filling, which is quite cool. I chose a bunch of random ingredients. So I got salmon, avocado, cucumber, capers, and a garlic spread, which is really, really good. And the taste of the ingredients are really good. I would say Liberty Bagel as well wins in terms of service. You get your bagels so fast and the line moves so fast, but here it's literally one guy taking your order, making the bagel. So it's a lot longer, but the aesthetics are cute, and I prefer this area. That bagel hit the spot. I'm nice and full, and I have a few things I want to explore while I'm in Soho before I go to Brooklyn, and there's a cha-cha matcha right here, so I absolutely need to go because it's the best, and I don't want to be disappointed by another matcha place again. Okay, I'm going to stick with what works. I'm so excited. It's such a hot day. I am boiling. Thank you so much. With almond milk. This is ube matcha, which I've had before, but it's also mixed with lavender and CBD, which I've never had before. So let's give it a try. They've done it again, I'm telling you. I've almost tried every single thing on the Cha Cha Matcha menu and I am obsessed. That is so good. I got it with almond milk too. Now we're gonna explore some stores. I've decided to go back to Dana Foley because the pieces there is probably like my new favorite store of all time. I've been in here for 10 minutes and this is already my dressing room. Got a little skirt and this feather number which I absolutely love. I might try another one of those dresses because it fits so nice.
Like the tie-dye or the solids?
Very versatile. Yeah, okay. It's so challenging trying something on when you wear a dress.
I know. You don't want anything kind of there.
Yes.
It should be really light. And you gotta give it a little back. I would do like...
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you already know.
I already know. You know, when I bought the black one,
yeah.
I wasn't even going to try it on. And everyone was like, you have to try it on, they're so good. And I was like, I'm not really a strapless dress fan.
But once you wore that out a little bit.
I was like, I came out and I was like, please tell me you don't like it. And everyone in the store was like, you have to get it. Very nice. I have no self-control when it comes to fashion. It's a good problem to have. But like, I came in thinking, just gonna have a look or I'll buy one thing. I think I'm gonna leave this. It's so unique, I have to get it. And then this is on sale. It doesn't count, and I'm also gonna get so much wear out of it. I could wear this in all seasons, you know? Oh, I'm so excited to wear that.
It's so fun. This look like you could do everything.
Yes.
Like gorgeous. Yeah.
Gonna go see the bridge, Dumbo.
You know what? Okay, Dumbo. Cause have you been out like Williamsburg yet?
No.
Definitely knows. You've gone to like the West Village and everything. Yeah. Yeah.
That's another almost $700 in the same store after the $700 I spent the first day on clothes. Listen, I deserve it. And these are pieces that I genuinely have been looking for everywhere. And this is my 1 milli trip. And I'm all about the abundance, and the money's gonna find its way right back to me. And you know, I feel so good right now and so happy that I found unique fashion pieces. I'm always on the hunt for them, and they're hard to find in the UK. And it was such a pleasant shopping experience. So I'm actually so glad I went back, and I can't wait to style these. And now I'm going to a very iconic spot for South Asians in New York City. I'm in Brooklyn and I just took the subway. That was the easiest thing in the world. That was easier than the London Tube, and I've been taking that for 10 years plus. You're telling me for 5 days I have taken at least 4 Ubers every single day, each one of which was $50 minimum. But I could have just been taking the subway. It was quick. Every Uber I've been in, some of them have been like over an hour. Okay, my top tip of this entire NYC diaries, please take the subway. It was so easy, it wasn't scary. I am headed to Dumbo. I have seen this place so many times on Instagram. Insane. I just saw the famous view of the Brooklyn Bridge, and I was taking like a 0.5 video of myself for my reel, and this couple was passing me and they were like, oh, we'll take a picture for you. That's what I mean, New Yorkers are so nice. And now I have some cute little pictures. I just had a little mini solo date there. I literally was staring at this view for the last 20 minutes and I feel so refreshed. Now I'm trying to find my way to Brooklyn Bridge, which I don't know how to get to. So wish me luck, and then we're gonna go for lunch after. Turns out only Google Maps has the directions. You just have to type in stairs to Brooklyn Bridge, and I'm here.
Hey guys, my name is Abdul. We are here rocking it in Brooklyn Bridge, right? I'm here with Tam. We are gonna do a quick photo session right here for her because she looks stunning today. All right. We are doing a very good time here. Okay, let's go. Tam, you stand up right. Okay. Cross your legs over. Let's check out this beautiful picture. No worries. Okay, let's see your reaction.
Oh my God. Why does it look edited already?
That's my little secret.
Oh my goodness.
Can you see it?
Yes. So good.
How many subscribers you got so far?
1 million.
Really? Congrats, man.
Like vlogs. So.
Like vlogs?
Like this.
Daily vlogs? That's
yeah.
Perfect.
How long have you been doing this? Like.
Photography, like a year.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Well, last year I was only on 2,000 subscribers.
Really?
Yeah. So it went pretty fast.
Congrats. What's your secret?
A lot of research, like find the gap in what your niche is.
Yeah. No worries.
This is amazing.
Sure. Like my account is called We Make People Model.
There you go, guys.
I'm all available in New York City.
I can't wait to post that. Amazing.
Yeah, sure.
I am so happy. This is what you call lucky girl syndrome. So guys, I started all the way over there in Dumbo, came onto the Brooklyn Bridge from that side, was trying to ask strangers to take my picture. It was so bad. It was so bad. And then I was like, okay, I mean, I'm a content creator and I'm not even doing my job correctly because I'm not getting the pic. And I was just giving up, and I thought I'll just walk to the other side of the bridge. Maybe I'll get another opportunity. I asked a few more people. The pictures were a fail. And it wasn't even their fault. It was just hella windy. It was hella busy. And then I thought I'm just gonna turn around and go back to where I came from. And thank God I just kept walking, because I stopped here and I was taking these 0.5 pictures of myself because I had lost all hope, and I was like, this is what I'm gonna have to post on Instagram. While I was doing that, that guy approaches me, had taken these pictures of me while I was scrolling on my phone, and I didn't even realize. And I was like, there is no way. So then we just did literally a 2-minute photo shoot. As soon as we started, everyone was staring. It was actually quite fun. I was like in my modeling element again, which I have not done that, like modeling, in such a long time. And I quite enjoyed it. And he was so nice. We were just like chatting about his photography and my YouTube. I am so lucky. And now I am gonna go to lunch. I am so hot and bothered right now. I'm like sweating here, like in my inner elbow. I'm just sat on this step. And my Uber's gonna come soon. I've decided that I'm gonna kind of go back to Dumbo because they had some really nice outdoor restaurants, and I just want to take advantage of this gorgeous weather before I head back to the UK tomorrow. I just got sat on my dream table. I think I'm in front of the Manhattan. Yeah, I'm in front of the Manhattan Bridge, alone on a solo day, and look at my view. For the half chicken, does anything come on the side of that? And an Aperol spritz? Yeah. Perfect, thank you.
I'm just gonna already set you with an entree set.
I got my go-to drink always, Aperol spritz, so cheers. It's currently golden hour in Dumbo, Brooklyn, and I have the most gorgeous view that my vlogging camera doesn't even do it justice. I just finished my dinner, and once again I had the most beautiful view. I got to eat outside, which was my goal for the evening, so that was so nice. The food was so great, and I like recorded my vlogging clips, and then I completely put my camera away and I just sat there and I stared at the view and the sun getting lower in the sky and the wind blowing through the plants, and really I just felt so grateful to be on this solo date. And it really just sunk in again that like I am in New York, and that's why I always make it a priority to put my camera away at some points, because if I don't, then it's just work and it's not a solo date. So I did have a solid 20 minutes of just eating my food and being super present and taking in all of the breathtaking views and really just acknowledging the fact that I made it here, and I can't believe that this is my reality and these are my views. Like, that's my view.
I might just start doing a Birmingham accent.
Do a Birmingham accent.
You see, Tommy, we really need to, what are they saying, Peaky Blinders?
This is failing.
You see, Tommy, we're back in Birmingham. We need to do the gypsy things that we do. We need to, and no offense.
This is so bad.
Get the views. Don't forget the views.
Oh, this is my first time seeing like a New York skyline at night. Because I did Empire State and it's crazy.
Yeah.
Guys, I was literally gonna get one drink and go within 30 minutes of getting here a few hours ago. And now I've spoken to so many nice people.
And this is why you should like take a chance.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
100%.
Well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Well, I'll
Have a great night.
Yeah, have a safe flight.
Bye,
back to
guys.
UK. Thank you.
New Yorkers are so nice. 09C, my Uber, what is it? I'm a little bit tipsy. I should get an Uber. I want to stay here. London is not this nice. 09C. Where the hell is my Uber? Car. I had a great night, guys. I had a great night, and I've only had 2 drinks. I promise. I've only had 2 drinks, but I'm a lightweight and I don't drink anymore. So these 2 drinks have gotten to me and I'm tipsy, okay? Is that you? I'm gonna have an American accent. Should I get another American accent? Yay! Hello.
Hi, T.
Yes, T.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, we have lighting. So those guys I was speaking to in the last clip, one of them I actually met when I was in the bathroom at the beginning of the night, and he has been living in New York, and he basically introduced himself because he saw me struggling to use the taps, and it was like a unisex bathroom, and I obviously don't know how to use American taps. So we were making small talk, and then we basically told each other what we do, and it was just really nice and pleasant. Then he went back to his friends, and then I walked over to where I was, and it was just super nice. And then when I was waiting for my Uber, I ran into him and then his friend, so then I introduced myself to the friend, and they were just super nice. Like, not creepy, not like intruding. I love New Yorkers. Every day I'm here, I am more sold on why I should live here. But anyways, the juicy part of the night is, let me break down what happened. So I walk in at like 6 p.m. and I go here because everyone's been recommending this bar, Rooftop bar to me, and so I was like, okay, I have to come before I leave New York. The Rooftop bar was actually closed, which is sad, especially on such a sunny day like this, but there was like the regular bar with the big windows. So I went in, I quickly ordered a cocktail, and then I sat there and it was super empty, which you guys would have seen during the clips. Like, I could see the sunset out the windows, I could even see the Empire State. It was gorgeous, but it was so empty, and I thought, you know, I'm gonna just drink my drink and I am gonna just leave. So I was just sat on this little seat that was hidden away so no one could actually see me. So I was just on my phone making plans for tomorrow. I actually made a booking for Summit One Vanderbilt because there was no availability today. And you know what? Everything works to my favor, because I kid you not, the plan originally was go to this bar and then go to Summit One Vanderbilt after, and that's why I was on the website booking tickets and there was nothing available for tonight, which then prompted me to stay at this bar. So I was sat there and I was alone and I was like, whatever, and I was on my phone just scrolling, like being a little bit antisocial, and then I thought, you know what, this is a solo date, let me put my effing phone away. So I did, and I was staring and I was just looking, and then I decided that, you know, I'm actually gonna stand up and not just sit in a little corner. So I was standing up and I was watching the jazz band set up, and then I sat down quickly to drink some of my drink, and this really old guy approached me and he put his hand out and he was like, would you like to dance? And me being me, I was like, no, because where I'm from, if a super old guy asks you to dance, you just say no, because what? And there was this blonde girl sitting next to me and he said the same thing to her. When I tell you, this girl didn't even think. She was like, sure. And then she put her hand in his and they walked to the dance floor and they had the best dance ever. I thought that this was a rehearsed routine. I thought I was being pranked. And so I was watching them and I was smiling, and this is when I finally like started to stand up and actually like assert my presence a little bit more. And they were amazing. And then when the girl came back to where she was sat, I was like, I wanted to go talk to her anyway, so I was like, by the way, you dance so well. And then I was like, what do you do? Or like, are you here alone? And she said that she was just waiting for some friends. So then I made some small talk with her, which, guys, is a huge step for me. She definitely didn't have much to say back, which is fine, you know, some people aren't as talkative. So I kind of got the hint, and then I was quiet and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stand on the side. And then I noticed that while I was watching all of this, my arms were crossed, and I was like, my body language is not inviting or giving confidence whatsoever, even though I'm smiling and even though I'm standing up straight. So I let my arms go and I was standing up and I was like, I'm okay with people approaching me, and let's just see where the night goes. Originally, I was like, I was gonna drink my drink for 20 minutes and then leave because the bar was so empty. But I was like, let's just see what happens. And then eventually this guy comes up to me and he says, oh, what drink are you drinking? Because it looks so beautiful. And then I told him, and then we were making small talk, and it was so nice. And then he introduces me to his friend, and we were making small talk, which was really nice, and the guy who originally approached me kind of disappeared, and then it was just me and this guy left, and we were making loads of conversation. We were probably standing around chatting for maybe an hour and a half, and it was friendly. And as well, I'm so glad I didn't close myself off to this experience, because I think what I learned originally from that old guy approaching me for a dance is when the girl next to me said, yes, I'll have a dance with you, he danced with her for 3 minutes and then she walked off and it was fine. And I think from my experiences in the UK, I have this thought of like, if a guy approaches me, then he's trying to flirt with me, or it's going to be inappropriate, or it's bad. So I learnt my lesson and I opened myself up to that conversation, and it wasn't invasive, it wasn't flirtatious, I didn't feel uncomfortable at any point. I genuinely felt like I'd made a new friend, and it was so wonderful. I am so glad I went to that bar. I am so glad I opened myself up. I changed my body language. And anyways, I was talking to this guy. You guys saw him in the previous clip. It was so nice, it was so pleasant. Said bye and everything, and he actually said, so me and my friend were actually on the opposite side of this bar, and we saw you from afar sipping your drink and just people watching. And he said, I actually said to my friend, that girl needs someone to talk to, we need to approach her. It just goes to show, like, my open body language and me actually standing out in the open, because the seat I had taken was so in the corner where no one could see me, made all of the difference in my experience. My biggest lesson of all of this is put yourself out there, because people want to know you as much as you want to know them, and that is also such a self-loving thing to do, to know that your presence does matter. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hope you have a good night. Okay, that brings us to the last full night of New York. Incredibly grateful. And now I'm gonna head to my Elevator, don't close on me. Okay. Talk to people, guys, because you never know what's gonna happen, and if someone's just not talkative, don't let that make you give up, okay? Okay, it's 10 p.m. I have to wake up at 6, so if I magically find a way to fall asleep by 11, which is unlikely, I'll have 7 hours of sleep. Oh, there's too much to do. The reason I have to wake up at 6 a.m. is so that I can get to SoHo at 8 a.m. to get to a studio to record with Carolina, who is in, I think, part 2 of the NYC diaries. She's been my Instagram friend for a long time, and we have recorded for each other's podcast, but we thought, since I'm in NYC, let's do a video podcast. And it was brave of me to say, I will be there at 8 o'clock in the morning to record with you, because it really means I have to leave here at 7:30, but I'm an adult, I can do these things. And I just want to challenge myself, because that's when I feel great. And I want to try and record a reel tomorrow, so I probably should keep this tripod out. Oh, so she'll probably wake up at 5 if I want to pack in the morning. Okay, how are we gonna pack? I have not worn this yet, so I'll wear that tomorrow. Thank you for watching this far, and I will see you in the morning for the last day of New York City and flying back to the UK and the entire experience. We're going to be starting the day probably very tired, doing some work with Carolina for a podcast recording for the both of us, and then for the rest of the day we're going to do Summit One Vanderbilt, which I've already booked tickets for, and just making the most of a lot of other things before I head back to the airport at around 4 p.m. So we do have a lot of time. Good night! Good morning, guys! It's the last day. I just got ready and I finished packing both of my suitcases. I just got to grab this and head downstairs and check out. I am so exhausted. I ended up getting about 6 hours of sleep. Also, how cute is my fit? I feel very summery. There's a better look. Okay, time to check out. Bye! Good morning!
Bright and early!
I got one celebrate. So cool!
Morning, morning, what's the word?
How are you?
Good.
I know, how have you been?
Yeah, good. Just busy in the best way.
Okay, out of those, so how do you think we should lead it? Like, what do you think would be like the best opening?
If you're up for it, maybe let's start with our own personal journeys with success and growing, and then link it into Upper Limit. And then go from there with like friendship and our tips and how we've changed. Hello.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Alright, cool. Alright.
Chatting. And on today's episode, I really want to dive into success and your own personal journey, and then we can kind of dive into how can anyone listening activate their own success.
Let's say I just hit 20k, or I just got in a little collab with a brand on Instagram. And the conversation was, oh my god, that's amazing, or oh my god, you're killing it. And it comes from the best intention and best place, and I love that. However, as this continued and this was everything I was hearing and people thought that I was like winning in life, I thought, I'm just getting started. I'm just like, this is not impressive. This is me just taking my first few baby steps to where I want to get to. And everyone around me acted like it was this huge, impressive thing. And while that was so sweet, I thought it was holding me back.
And don't forget to water yourself and take care of yourself until we chat again next week. Bye!
I knew we were going to do a little happy dance. That was so good!
Yes.
Oh, that was so good. I love the flow. The conversation was amazing.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like we touched on everything.
Yes. I think we did better than our lunch conversation for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we hit all of that and went above.
And more.
And
Okay,
more.
I love
There you go. Woo! Do you want to go get matcha? Yes. Yes.
I was about that. A lot of work. You're killing. Let's go. Is that like coated?
We have some fruit, some granola, and some Greek yogurt as recommended by Carolina.
Oh yeah.
I got an iced latte because I am so tired.
And I got an iced matcha tea. Cheers.
Cheers.
With pistachio milk.
Oh yes, with pistachio milk. That's good. I'm so glad I got pistachio in mine.
You know? Like your camera looks like a substantial camera because I think of the microphone. The microphone didn't come with it. I bought that on Amazon. I mean, it does make the sound quality a lot better. It does because of the fluffy thing.
That's an amazing picture.
I love a little red moment. Yeah, so and then I use the Teza app. I don't know if you use that.
I've heard of it. I haven't used it. Is that what makes it look like filmy?
Yeah, so I do. I'm going to show you.
It's really different. I just got the subway to like Empire State Building area because this is where I'm going to be hanging out for the rest of the day. And I just said bye to Carolina. Oh, we've had the best time and I feel so lucky that we got to hang out 2 days in the 6 days I was here. Before I was like, should I do the podcast recording? Is at 8 o'clock in the morning? I'm gonna have to wake up at 6. I'm gonna rush because it's my last day. And part of me was like, if I wake up and I do that, I'm gonna feel so good about myself. And now I do. And I feel like I've been so productive, recorded a whole podcast, and I still have the entire day. And it was just great, like the flow of the podcast and everything, and the conversation was so good. I can't wait for you guys to watch it. And also, since this is the last day of the trip, towards the end of this vlog, I will sit down and properly talk you guys through everything I've learned, the highlights of the trip, how this has influenced me, which I kind of mentioned a little bit yesterday, and all of my recommendations. So like the mistakes I made in New York, what I would do again, what I would do differently, my favorite places, where I think you guys should go. So stay tuned. But for now, I am actually walking to New York Public Library, which I did in the last part, but I went to the museum part and the book part is a different building. So I'm going there. I'm in the New York Public Library, finally seeing all the books. And I'm in the new fiction section. Not that I can take any of these books out, obviously, but I just want to explore and see if it's going to inspire the next book I might go out and buy. I was having a really cool conversation with Carolina about reading fiction. As someone who's like really into self-development, sometimes you need breaks, otherwise you feel like you're always working. And I haven't read fiction books since I was like really young, so just exploring and walking around, and I realized it's my last day and I never went to a gift shop. So I'm getting a magnet because it's a tradition to get one for my boyfriend's mum. Anytime both of us travel, we always get a magnet for her fridge, and she has so many, it's so cute. Now I'm just thinking, should I be such a tourist and get one of these to remember my trip by? Low-key, the grey one is cute to just like wear at home. Could I get the grey one, please?
The grey one?
Yes.
Sure. This guy is stay in London 1 year.
Oh, nice.
And then
I'm being super spontaneous and I'm at the MoMA, which has also been recommended to me, and I'm gonna do this for the next hour before I go to my Summit 1 booking, which I'm so excited for. I just came out of the MoMA, it was beautiful, and I feel like such a good way to spend some time of my last day. I recommend it if you really like modern art. And now, guess where I'm going? I'm going to Cha Cha Matcha! I made it to Summit One Vanderbilt. This is the most beautiful building ever. I would agree that it actually is way better than the Empire State Building because the view you get is just amazing. Guys, I just sat on the floor to like take in the full experience. The second I sat down, there was a girl sat opposite me. She goes, and she comes over, she watches my YouTube videos. That was such a funny experience, and she was just the cutest thing ever. I might sit here for a while because this is amazing. And that's Summit 1 completed. Definitely worth the money. The view is incredible. The fact that they have like a little museum bit as well and then an interactive room is very, very, very cool. However, the lines to enter and exit are quite literally hell. And now I'm just like near Grand Central Terminal. I'm walking to this lunch spot that I just found on my maps. And then that's the end of the day. I have found a really cute Mediterranean lunch spot and I'm just having my starter right now. I am so exhausted. My feet, my legs, dead. It was really important to me to find a restaurant that had outdoor seating while the weather is still good. I just finished lunch and now I'm on my way back to the hotel. I thought that the food there was really mid, like the chicken was so dry and the food was not hitting to the point where I literally could not finish my meal. I just had to leave. So that was quite disappointing. I think there are way more better food spots to eat at. Every other place I've eaten at while I've been here, I've been very satisfied with. However, it was like a casual, cute, aesthetic place to be in. And I did order like the most basic thing on the menu and it is a Greek restaurant. So maybe it's just what I ordered. I am gonna go grab my bags and then head to the airport. Oh, of course. The unprovoked. You can get a just for takeoff. Have the best week. I love you so much. Hello everyone. I am now on my flight and I finished talking to my boyfriend. It is now 6 p.m. US time and I'm gonna land 6 a.m. UK time. So I basically need to go to sleep immediately. Honestly, feels so good to be back here. I just know I'm gonna have the best sleep ever because I couldn't sleep on my flight out. So let's go through recommendations. My number one biggest mistake was staying in a hotel in Times Square. There was nothing wrong with my hotel, but just don't stay in Times Square. It's a rookie mistake. It's just not convenient. It's very busy. It's very touristy. My personal favorite areas I visited was the West Village and SoHo. Brooklyn was super nice as well. That leads me on to step number 2. Don't Uber everywhere. Only Uber at night. The subway is so easy. Your iPhone like maps will tell you where to go because the taxis move so slow and they're literally at least $50 per ride. It's ridiculous. My other tip would be make sure you commit one day each to exploring as many areas as possible. I think next time I would definitely go and see the Upper West Side as well as I think it was Williamsburg that a lot of people recommended to me. I also feel like in these 6 days I got to do a lot and I ticked off so much of my bucket list. Next time I come I would definitely see a Broadway show. Butler Cafe I also recommend and oh my god please go to Somewhere Nowhere Bar because they did jazz music and that's where I went last night and it was phenomenal. Other than that, this trip has truly been life altering. I'm not even joking. Like small things like the psychic trip has really changed my outlook on a lot of things and I can't believe this one vacation led to that. Like I feel like I'm going back with different ideas and also kind of like a different person. Meeting Maddie and meeting Carolina, I feel like I'm finally attracting the people that I've always wanted in my life. I have always heard so many solo travelers say, solo traveling taught me how big the world is and how much there is out there. I've never related to that because I only started traveling recently. This trip is the thing that did it for me. The world is so big and there's so much out there. So many things that I saw that I just wasn't aware of, just being used to the UK. And it's opened my eyes so much to how big the world is and how much there is to explore, and I think it's really positively impacted my growth mindset and the fact that I never want to stay in the same place. And it's encouraged me to travel more because I'm not gonna lie, I've never really been the biggest traveler, which is why I only really started traveling over the last 6 months. New York City is magical. I can't wait to go back again. It was the best experience and I'm so grateful to have gone. It was the best way to celebrate 1 million subscribers. And thank you so much guys for watching. If you've watched all 3 parts, you're a real one. Comment down below, let me know if you did. Let me know what your favorite part of this whole vlog was. Connect with me on my socials. down below, and I will see you guys next Sunday for a brand new vlog. I appreciate you. Bye.